What's going on, people? It's your boy Drift, and welcome to the Summer Daily News Show. Let's do it. What's going on, people? Please do make sure you smack that, smash that like button, should I say, or smack that, whatever you want to do. And please subscribe if you're new, people. We are 3 away from hitting 30K. So please, can you be that 30,000th person to subscribe and get us over that threshold? We will be back later on today as well, guys, with a season preview for you guys live, a little Kopish special. And let's hope that can actually be a 30K celebration show as well, man. So big at everyone who's subscribed already, and big up to everyone who's gonna subscribe to get us over it. You can see the gaffer on the screen right now, and that is because coming way of transfers.com from Anfield Agenda, who put this out. But I mean, I have seen a couple of other people who put this out today. Jurgen Klopp will consider moving on from Liverpool at the end of the season unless the Reds enjoy a successful season and all of the targets are met in the transfer window. Now, this is big news, people, because a lot of people have been trying to tell me that it's all on Klopp and it's Klopp who only wants this and he only wants that, etc., etc., etc. If this is to be true, and he's saying only if the transfer targets are met, which he thinks will obviously give us a good season, but if not, and we have a bad season, he will move on. I think that this is a major indication of the fact that it is a lot more to do with the budget, the restraints, and all the other stuff, rather than it just being Klopp saying, "Nah, don't want him, don't want him, don't want him." There are some reports coming out today as well. I'm trying to find the article, but I can't actually find the article. But I have seen the quotes that have been coming out. One way of Chris Bascom, big up to him, on Twitter, talking about the fact that Klopp now is seen to have had more control than anyone, and when it comes to the transfers, and a lot is down to him now as to what happens, who the targets are, etc., etc. Now, I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. We've discussed this before. We'll probably discuss it again. But what I am saying is the man isn't an idiot. And there is absolutely no way that there aren't players in this world he knows or thinks are good enough to play for Liverpool, and would rather just, we don't buy anyone, or we dilly-dally and all that stuff. I'm telling you, look, now, it's an assumption. It's not a fact. It's my opinion. But it's an educated guess, an educated assumption based on all the evidence that Jurgen Klopp is always working within a budget. That means there are certain players he just doesn't even entertain because he knows there's no point. There's no point in being a broke boy. Your family can't afford it, but for Christmas you keep asking for a PlayStation 5. You've got to at some point move on and just hope that they can get you a PlayStation 3. And you got to play the old games. It is what it is. It is what it is. The best thing that people can do in life sometimes is actually just accept their situation and deal with what they can, rather than always thinking, "Oh, why not? Why can't I?" etc., etc. And as much as fans, we will always continue to believe that. Why can't we? Why can't we? I guess as our jobs, we're allowed to, as fans, we're allowed to dream, we're allowed to exaggerate, we're allowed to be overly emotional. That's what being a fan is. As the manager, you have to be completely 100% focused, realistic, and deal with the reality of the situation. And I've always said it, I think Jurgen Klopp prefers to be Liverpool manager because he adores the club, loves being here, and deal with the restrictions, than to not be Liverpool manager and have to either A, retire, or B, go and manage another team that he doesn't want to go and manage, or he would be kind of forcing himself to go and manage. I've always believed that that's the situation. I still stand by that, and that's why he doesn't out the owners and he doesn't cause all of this, chaos and toxicity, which I don't want. I don't want to see my owner beefing my manager and my manager beefing my owner publicly. I don't want to see that shit. But I hope that shit is going on behind the scenes. But this is big news because I've said it before, and there's a lot of Klopp outers, and they'll be happy at this for some weird reason. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Who can do what Jurgen Klopp has done under the restrictions Jurgen Klopp has had to deal with? Who is good enough to come and be Liverpool manager and keep us at the same level? And when we lose that ability to attract players that Klopp brings, because remember, Klopp massively is an attraction. Szoboszlai himself said it this window. Klopp is the main reason he came to Liverpool, even though we didn't have Champions League or a good season last year. He is the pulling power. Under this ownership, what manager is going to have the same level of pulling power as Klopp to still mean that we can compete and buy players like Szoboszlai while dealing with the restrictions? Who's good enough? I just want you to tell me. Don't give me shit like De Zerbi and all these fucking unknown managers who've barely done anything in the game. Who is an established top level elite manager, which is the category that Klopp sits in, with your Ancelottis and your Guardiolas? Who is it that is of that level that has pulling power that will come Liverpool and deal with the restrictions that we have? Give me some names, and then we'll talk, innit? Because there are none. I'm telling you, we'd have to go and get your De Zerbis and your, take risks like what like Chelsea had to do last season with Potter and all that kind of stuff, and just hope that they can work their coaching magic on some brilliant players. By the way, we have brilliant players, but in terms of transfers in the pool and continuing to keep up, yeah, we'll be doing De Zerbi. Nobody's coming to play for Liverpool because we've got De Zerbi or Graham Potter or, do you know what I mean? Oh, managers like that. Ain't nobody picking us over the big teams when that person is our manager. I tell you that for an absolute fact. So, yeah, you stay there celebrating this, that you Klopp outers. But to everyone who's got more sense than that, let me know what you think, because this is big. Liverpool have made a signing. Liverpool have made a signing. No, it's not Romeo Lavia. No, it isn't a player. It is fucking Google Pixel. Liverpool announced a new long-term partnership with Google Pixel to become the club's official mobile phone partner, and will use AI-powered technology to bring Reds even closer to the game they love. We don't care about all of this. This is just more money in FSG's pocket. This is more money in the club that won't go anywhere or be used for anything. Who cares? I don't care about commercial fucking gain that don't do nothing for the pitch. If every time I saw a commercial gain for Liverpool, it meant Mbappe walked through the door, or fucking whoever else, Bellingham walked through the door, any of these other young dons and all of this kind of shit, I'd be championing all of these celebrations that the club are trying to throw at us with all of these announcements of sponsorship deals and this and that. We already know FSG are brilliant commercially. Nobody has ever doubted that. There is not one fan in Liverpool that thinks that FSG are bad businessmen. They are spectacular businessmen. They are absolutely brilliant at the commercial stuff. Everybody knows that. Even people who are FSG out know they are brilliant at commercial stuff. But that commercial gain has never mattered to us because we don't see anything on the pitch because of it. All that does is raise the profile of the club, brings in more money that doesn't get spent, and it allows us to be more valuable, which means that these men can sell us for more money when or if they finally do decide to sell. That's all they give a shit about. They don't care about anything except how well we look to buyers. But I tell you what, though, if they don't realize that winning on the pitch is what also keeps that up there, they're going to truly find out soon enough that it don't work that way. But while we are still doing well enough, this is all they care about. So, hey, we're working with Google. Can he play the number 6 role? Can Google Pixel play the number 6 role? Because apparently we still haven't even signed anybody or made a new bid for anybody, and we don't have a fucking holding man for Chelsea or the remainder of the season as it stands. So can Google Pixel fucking play DM? Because if they can't, I don't care. My God, what is going on? And just to wrap up on that, coming the way of Sasha, big up. Obviously, he does a lot of work and talk with Redmen as well. Make sure you check out some of that stuff because it's really, really good. Southampton think Liverpool will pay the £5 million difference to make the deal for Romeo Lavia. 5 fucking million. Can I just explain something to you, lot? And this is what I can't stand about my club making me watch face. Arsenal are paying money for a goalkeeper they don't even need because they think that that is something that can make the difference for them winning the league. Whether it's true or not remains to be seen. Whether it works out to be a problem or whether it seems okay will remain to be seen. But they already have a good goalkeeper at the club. Funny that Arsenal fans are turning on Ramsdale now, by the way, though. Didn't they say he was world class? Now they're getting a better goalkeeper. All of a sudden, the flip-flops of the year. But I won't go into all of that. But they're bringing in a goalkeeper because they think that's what's necessary. But they already have a goalkeeper. He's not a world-class goalie, but he's a good goalkeeper. And they're bringing in another good goalkeeper because they think it'll improve them. We don't even have a DM, but we're haggling over £5 million. If he's not worth 50, he's not worth 45. Because football isn't literally margins like that. That's not how it fucking works. You get categories. What is he? Is he a 10 to 20 million pound player? Is he a 20 to 30 million pound player? Is he a 30 to 40 million pound player? Is he a 40 to 50 million pound player? And so on and so forth. That's how it works in football. The disparity between 32 million, 38 million, and all that kind of stuff isn't really a big deal. It's more about the even numbers and you go from there. 45 to 50 is no fucking different. There is no fucking difference between 45 and 50 mil in the world of football. To an ordinary man like me, every single fucking one of those pounds counts. But to a football club, to Liverpool, it doesn't matter. So we're haggling for what? What are we fucking haggling for? What are we wasting time for? And what we've been pussyfooting around for the last 3 or 4 weeks for? Because if we end up paying 50 mil, we have the most egg on our face. You've added so much extra pressure on Lavia now because you made it a saga. And because it's become a saga, now it means that he now has to come in and be banging straight away. Rather than if we'd have just paid it straight away and he'd have come in and already been in pre-season, been a part of the furniture, it'd have been like, cool, let's see what Lavia can do this season. But now we've made it a whole saga. His name's spread across every paper, his face is everywhere. We put so much pressure on this kid now. It is unbelievable. I cannot stand the way we've handled this. It is a fucking joke how we've handled this. And we've made a mockery of everything and all the prestige and all the class we normally carry ourselves with this dumb shit. If you want him, pay it. If you don't, move on. It is what it is. It is what it is at this point. And on that note, people, I'm going to go because I'm getting vexed. Smash that like button for me, people. Again, are you going to be the one to get us to 30k? Big up to everyone who subscribed to get us to 30k. We'll be back this evening around 8:30. Stay tuned to the socials and YouTube to make sure for that confirmation. We will see you there, people. Love as always. And I am out.